The season is laid out before us. The schedule is the roadmap. As much as it is about you, it's also about who you play, too. 12 games are guaranteed for Ohio football. The hope is the road through those 12 leads to games 13 and 14. This year, it's a balance of 6 at home and 6 on the road. The first 3 are away from Athens for the first time since 1992. Game 1 is Saturday, August the 30th at Kent State. It's a MAC opener for the first time since 2001. Ohio lost 31-29 to Akron that year. The Golden Flashes went 4-8 and 3-5 last season. They dealt with injury issues in Paul Haynes' first season. They have 14 starters returning. It would be a good tone setter for the Cats to get a win. They're 1-4 in the last 5 against the Flashes. Game 2 is Saturday, September the 6th at Kentucky. The Wildcats went 2-10 last season. The lone FBS win was over Miami. They did make strides. 3 losses were by single digits. Mark Stoops and his staff reeled in a top 25 recruiting class. They hope to take flight with the new air raid offense. Ohio is 2-11 all-time against current SEC schools, but won at Commonwealth in the last meeting in 2004, 28-16. Game 3 is Saturday, September the 13th at Marshall. The Herd went 10-4 and 7-1 to win Conference USA's East Division and beat Maryland in the Congressional Bowl last year. This could be their best team in over a decade. Rakeem Cato is back at quarterback. He's thrown for over 10,000 yards and is 9 touchdowns away from 100 in his career. He could be an outside Heisman candidate. Ohio has captured the bell in 3 straight meetings. Game 4 is Saturday, September the 20th against Idaho. Finally, it's back to Peden Stadium for the home opener. The Vandals found a home in the Sun Belt. They were homeless after the WAC stopped carrying football. The rest of their sports are back in the Big Sky. They've had 10 wins combined in the last 4 years after beating Bowling Green in the 2009 Humanitarian Bowl in Boise. They went 1-11 last year and gave Northern Illinois a scare in Moscow. Game 5 is Saturday, September the 27th against Eastern Illinois. The Panthers could have the best program resume of any of the FCS teams to play at Ohio in the Frank Solich era. The Panthers won the D2 title in '78 and have gone to 15 FCS playoffs. They went 12-2 last year, beat San Diego State on the road, nearly NIU, and lost to Towson in the quarters. Gunslinging quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo is gone, and head coach Dino Babers went to Bowling Green. They are preseason number 11 in the FCS and always seem to reload and score big. Game 6 is October the 6th at Central Michigan. The Chippewas went 6-6 and 5-3 in 2013. This is year 5 for Dan Enos. They had injury issues last year, too, and have 19 starters back this season, 11 on offense. The Chippewas clipped the Cats at Peden last year, 26-23, but Ohio controlled the Chips in Mount Pleasant in 2011. Yes, it will be homecoming on the Mid-Michigan Mountain. Game 7 is October the 11th against Bowling Green, homecoming in Athens. The Falcons are picked to win the MAC East in the league's championship game after they did the same in Dave Clawson's last season before moving on to Wake Forest. A lot of yards and a lot of points come with Dino Babers from Eastern Illinois to Northwest Ohio. Preseason all-league teams are dotted with Falcons, including the first-team quarterback, Matt Johnson. Game 8 is October the 18th at home with Akron. The Zips have a lot of momentum going into Terry Bowden's 3rd season in the Rubber City. They went 5-7 and 4-4 last year. Ohio has won 6 in a row in the series by an average of 18 points. The Cats have won 4 straight in the series at home. Game 9 is October the 25th at Western Michigan. This is the first trip to Kalamazoo since a loss there in 2008. That was also the last time the two schools met. In PJ Fleck's first season as WMU's much-talked-about head coach, the Broncos went 1-11. The lone win was at UMass. Fleck seems to be rowing the boat in the right direction with one of the highest-rated recruiting classes in league history. Game 10 is Wednesday, November the 5th at home against Buffalo. The Bulls went 8-5 and 6-2 last season and lost to San Diego State in the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. Khalil Mack leaves a big hole on defense. The linebacker was taken 5th overall in the draft by the Raiders. Quarterback Joe Licata is back. He threw for 24 touchdowns and just under 3,000 yards last year. The Bobcats are 3-2 in the last 5 with the Bulls. Game 11 is 13 days later. Tuesday, November the 18th at home with Northern Illinois. Blackout night at Peden Stadium. The Huskies went 12-2 and 8-0, won the MAC West last year, then lost to Utah State in the Poinsettia Bowl, and IU has 46 wins in the last 4 years. Quarterback Jordan Lynch finished third in the Heisman voting. He's gone, so junior Matt McIntosh appears to be next up. They're picked second in the West. Ohio lost a heartbreaker to Northern in 2011 in the MAC title game, but won a thriller at home in 2009 and controlled the Huskies in DeKalb in 2006. Game 12 is Tuesday, November the 25th at Miami. The Redhawks were winless last year and are picked to the bottom of the MAC East with UMass. Chuck Martin takes over a program that has just 8 wins after a 10-win 2010 season. The Bobcats have won 7 of the last 8 in the rivalry. All told, the teams on Ohio's schedule went 71-82 last year. The MAC teams went 46-55. From a miles standpoint, Ohio will only log 2,728 total travel miles, while the visitors will combine for 7,780 miles. Trips to and from Athens, one way from Moscow, Idaho to Athens is 2,226 miles. So that's the schedule road laid out before the Bobcats. 12 games guaranteed, with hopefully games 13 and 14 to come. For Tanner Smith, I'm Russ Eisenstein. This is Bobcat TV.